Okay, where to go today? Let's walk up the beach. You know, I was reading some of the user comments on my YouTube channel. Someone asked me, well, why is this Phoenix protocol a protocol? And another guy asked, well, why are you doing this? Well, I'll talk about that in May at the conference at the Observer Ranch. Why am I doing this? Well, I want to last a lot longer and I want to last a lot younger. Hi, if you're coming to this channel for the first time, my name is Dr. August Dunning, and I do these interesting little beach walks and talk about topics in dry fasting. Here's the reason. I'm part of a growing group of scientists that believe in about 20 years something's going to happen with our sun. I'm going to talk about this in May at the Observer Ranch. And at 73 years old, that makes me 93 or 94 when this happens. I want to be in really good shape when that happens. So that's one of the reasons I'm doing this. Why is the Phoenix protocol a protocol? Well, it's because it's not just dry fasting. It's dry fasting for rapid healing and radical life extension. Well, that encompasses not just the dry fast itself, because it'll fix a lot of problems. Believe me, it will. Everyone that tries it has that, effect on them. But there's the other part. What do you do during the year? Sure, you can dry fast for 5 or 7 days every year and clear all these problems up and get rid of all these toxins and parasites and all this stuff. But what about the rest of the year? Well, the rest of the year is covered in my second book, Neogenesis. But essentially, it's during the rest of the year, you have to, improve upon the gains you had from the dry fast. And a couple of those gains are really important. One is to increase NAD. NAD is a molecule that activates your sirtuins. They are not active without it. And the other is senescent cells. Having to get rid of those. Dry fasting gets rid of senescent cells. Okay. Well, it turns out there's two nutraceuticals that really help that. Fisetin, which is safe at any dose apparently, according to the literature, that activates several signaling pathways on cells, that activates them to go into autophagy to fix themselves, or to get the heck out of the way. That's kind of one of the great things about Fisetin. You don't get the senescent cells if the cells that are going to go senescent are out of the way, because senescent cells cause more senescent cells to form. That's the problem with that. The other thing is during the year, one of the things that dry fasting does is it stimulates a brand new production of bone marrow stem cells to produce more new blood cells. During the year, I found a compound combination of nutraceuticals that individually have no effect at all, but synergistically have the effect of a 70% increase on bone marrow blood production from your stem cells. It's pretty good. The other one I came up with is a polyphenol compound. Now, polyphenols are interesting because high dosages of polyphenols are very toxic to some degree. But they found out that if you add a little resveratrol, boy, that would about knock me down, that it activates a smaller dose, microdose of these polyphenols can have the same effect as a large dose by being accelerated by the nutraceuticals in the polyphenol plus. So there's the deal. The polyphenol plus is specifically for protecting from ROS damage in your mitochondria, in your nerve cells, and other places around the body and other stuff. And the four together are the protocol during the year. The protocol is pretty easy. And you just take these nutraceuticals, and that's why it's called a protocol. So what it does is during the year, it makes sure that you get all the gains from the dry fast you just performed without all the benefits. I mean, you have to dry fast for stem cell regeneration. There's just no other way to turn it on. For the brief amount of time during the evening that it turns on, only a few things happen. But in an extended dry fast, like 5 to 7 days, you turn on that regeneration process and you fix almost everything in the body during that, because you release these things called Mus-AT stem cells. These are very special. 4% of your fat cells are these Mus cells. And when you go into a dry fast, you immediately use your fat. The Mus cells come out of the vascular system, and they go to all the different organs and can differentiate into whatever cell is needed there. These are pluripotent, incredible stem cells that are released during a dry fast. So the idea here is to make it to 94, maybe even younger than I am now, because it's something I found out in this book, my new book, A Philosophy of Time Travel. So it has to do with iron loading and how much iron is accumulating, because it just naturally does, and how to get rid of it to reduce that, because it may have a direct impact on physical aging from the erosional characteristics of iron inside the cells. So there you go. There's why I do it, why it's a protocol. And well, there's no waves today. Still a lovely day. I might paddle out just to get wet. Anyway, gotta do this walk on the beach, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Please subscribe. Please tell your friends. Please hit the like button, all that stuff. It helps the algorithm to get this out to more people and help more people. And take a look below at some of the videos and the responses by the viewers of the things they've fixed with dry fasting. I mean, it's very encouraging. But that's why I do it. Because when that thing up there decides to do its thing, I want to be ready and able to get out of the way. Have a great day. Take care.